Well, all observers are agreed on this. It is the point where the competition gets really serious. Top teams now fielding their best available lineups in front of big crowds. A lot of noise, great expectation, and the sense that the possibility of silverware is at hand. This is a big chance. This one of the great amphitheatres of the game. You are welcome to it, and indeed to one of the grandest fixtures. So this is where we're up to in the quarterfinals. Already plenty enough to get the juices flowing.
Well, look, when you reach this stage of the competition, you begin to think you can go the distance. Now, the big characters in either dressing room will be stressing the need to find whatever it takes to get through. Has everyone got the substance and character to make it happen? These are the questions that both of these sides have to answer today, and one side will obviously do it that bit better.
There's the whistle. Questions were asked, but he's given the answers. Tries to get it forward quickly. A real chance to break. That's a decent ball. He's off on the rule, and the shot! This could fall anywhere. No messing about, just bludgeoned away.
Just to point out, Peter, that the fullbacks are quite high.
And what do they try to achieve?
Well, it's obviously a move to push the opposition wide men back and give them more to think.
He's had a go! Balls, and they've been caught out here. Up to meet it! Oh, it's come off the upright. Hoists it forward. If you have just joined us, well, you've missed no goals. Gets wrestled off the ball. And here's the chance to counter. He's on his way. Face to face with the keeper. Going for goal! It's in! And that really is so impressive.
I think he just thought about trying his look from further out there, but why bother when you can worm your way through a defence like that? It's terrific play to get through and score.
Las Palmas draw first blood here.
Yeah, and they know there's plenty of work left in this one, Peter, before they can actually say that the job is over.
Hardly anything between the sides, and it's 1-0. And the counter is on. Could cross it here. Knocks it away. And that's been won straight back. Forward it goes. Oh, well defended. That had to be done. He's in! Big chance! There's the half-time whistle. And there we are, off they go for half-time. The breakthrough did indeed come in the first half, but there has only been that one goal. It is very tight. It's the first half compared with your expectation.
A lead that's fully justified for me. They've shown some excellent counter-attacking now, and it's paying dividends.
Las Palmas to the dressing room, pleased with the thought that they have that all-important lead. Analysis to come during the break. And we're already back underway here. Las Palmas carrying a one-goal lead. And he's made sure that that won't get through. That is very close.
Yeah, the shot was enabled, Peter, due to such smart control and technique.
Dinks one in. Danger averted for now. So, Jim, what are you thinking?
Well, Peter, if they're attempting to see out the game with such a narrow advantage, there's room for trouble. I just think they're sending out the wrong message. This could backfire.
Well, they can break here. Looks to clip it forward. Oh, good interception. Tries to dink it in. That's not going far.
Well, I'm not quite sure he needed to hold up play quite as much as he did then. A couple of his teammates were very annoyed.
Ball's loose, who's getting there? And the weighted pass.
There's a real appetite from them to finally put this game to bed, but will they?
He's got options out wide. Defending of the desperate variety. Oh, good. Has a pop! It's in! 2 up and threatening to pull clear.
Well, you know, thinking about that, I think they perfected that on the training ground because it took them seconds to get the ball from back to front, and they really commit forward in numbers too. It was all very well drilled.
2 up and added time is up, and there goes the whistle. Las Palmas hold their first leg lead. They have maximised home advantage, and at the midway point of the tie, they are really well placed. So what do you take away from it all, Jim?
There's a solidity about them, almost as if they set up not to lose and see how things unfold. That eases the pressure on the strikers, who can afford to be patient, and it's all paid off.
So we're down to the last 8. The competition, you sense, rapidly heading towards its big climax. A dash for the finishing line, the showpiece final. Welcome to our live coverage on quarter-final day. It is good to have you with us, and you can see that the atmosphere is building very nicely. Super noise, grand level of expectation, and that is only rising as we head towards kick-off time. It is a venue this which simply adds to the spectacle of the game it stages. One of the most impressive arenas in this part of the world. Well, there is a perceptibly greater sense of urgency from both sides here, with a place in the last four on the line.
All the 8 sides still left here are perfectly entitled to think they have a good shot at this, Peter. It is quite an atmosphere here, and that's clearly raised the bar in terms of expectations from the crowd. They genuinely think, or certainly the feel is, that they'll get to see the game of the tournament.
And that gets things running. Hit long and direct. And you can get that clear. Hit into the middle. Zidane tries to get it forward quickly. And it's got through. Now the ball's come loose and the chase is on. Gets it back. There are a few waiting for it. He wasn't very far from making something happen by himself. Lovely to see. Finds himself eased off the ball. It's a fine run and he's having a chance! Oh, that's brilliant! A finish right from the top draw. Smartly deceptive, what quality.
Oh, look, the keeper didn't know whether he was coming or going in the end, and he just got lost.
Deadlock broken, it's 1-0.
And that ought to be the trigger for a really exciting and entertaining game from here on.
Gorgeous control there. Has gone out. Here comes another cross.
Madrid have pushed both fullbacks into quite advanced positions here.
Yeah, that's interesting. So what are they attempting to do?
Well, it's a bold attempt, in my opinion, to occupy the opposition in a way they're not expecting.
Roberto Carlos. It's gone for a throw-in. And the weighted pass, and the through ball is intercepted. Forward it goes. Hoists it forward. And they're not going to make any further progress now. Keeper sends it forward. Madrid have it back and they can go again. We've reached half-time. And there we are, off they go for half-time. The breakthrough did indeed come in the first half, but there has only been that one goal. It is very, very tight. Any opinion you'd like to express on the first half?
A lead that's fully justified for me. They've shown some excellent counter-attacking now, and it's paying dividends.
Leading a cagey game here. It's had its moments, and it's 1-0 at the break. We're promptly into the second 45 minutes. A solitary goal. That has been the crucial difference. Great strength, too strong for his opponent. Tries lifting it over. Defenders on the back foot. Managed to get it away. Zidane. It's been intercepted, and that will come to nothing. He's spotted the run. He's had a shot! He scores! A two-goal cushion, and it's looking safe. Just so calm under pressure.
Oh, this fella's as slippery as a needle the way he freed himself to score. I mean, for that defence, it was a case of, now you've got him, now you don't. Brilliant.
So that's two now without reply.
Well, that second goal has given them so much more command and confidence now, and they should be able to take it on from here and either add to their lead or close it out. Surely they'll manage one or the other.
Well read, he sorted that out. Little accusatory stare there tells the whole story.
Madrid seem to have chosen a tougher route through the middle. That was easily read and dealt with.
Given such an open invitation, he was always going to shoot.
Yeah, it looks simple, Peter, but it requires intelligent use of space and good understanding to pull it off.
Madrid making consecutive changes here. Three without reply. This is becoming a stroll.
No doubt as to who has the momentum here now. The only doubt is how many is coming.
Plays it over to the other flank. Loses his balance and loses the ball. Goes long. Joaquin. He's left his man.
They're actually not getting too tight, which is interesting.
No.
It's probably cautionary. Don't dive in, try to pinch it or intercept so nobody can get in behind.
Yeah, he's fouled him there. Just the talking to, I think. Yes, it is. Time for a change in personnel. He got amongst the goals here, and now he takes his lead.
Look, you can only give your all, and he's delivered in that regard, and I think the manager has probably just spotted now a little tiredness creeping in, and, you know, if that's the case, then, you know, he's doing the right thing.
It's a promising ball. Goes for goal! He's looking... Oh, real danger here! And through to the goalkeeper. Joaquin. Deftly done. Defending of the desperate variety. Well, he acknowledges that he should have come up with something better there.
Oh, that just required a bit more oomph to reach its target.
Dangerous looking ball, and it's come to nothing. Home advantage told. They have the win they wanted and have a useful lead to carry away with them into the second leg. Maybe sum up what we've witnessed, Jim.
There's a solidity about them, almost as if they set up not to lose and see how things unfold. That eases the pressure on the strikers. They can afford to be patient, and it's all paid off.
Well, all observers are agreed on this. It is the point where the competition gets really serious. Top teams now fielding their best available lineups in front of big crowds. A lot of noise, great expectation, and the sense that the possibility of silverware is at hand. This is a big chance. This is, of course, the Camp Nou, one of the best known, perhaps the best known of all the venues in European football. Well, there is a perceptibly greater sense of urgency from both sides here, with a place in the last four on the line.
Well, look, when you reach this stage of the competition, you begin to think you can go the distance. Now, the big characters in either dressing room will be stressing the need to find whatever it takes to get through. Has everyone got the substance and character to make it happen? These are the questions that both of these sides have to answer today, and one side will obviously do it that bit better.
And that gets things running. Good running with the ball. Can they build on it? Tries to get it forward quickly. Great strength, too strong for his opponent. Could move up a gear here. Looks to thread it through. Climax! And he's there to make a great save.
Oh, that's a sparkling save. Absolutely sparkling. His reflexes were ultra sharp.
Up to meet it! And he heaves it forward. And the ball's come loose and the chase is on. Good take by the keeper, he's read that well.
San Sebastian have pushed both fullbacks into quite advanced positions here.
Yeah, that's interesting. So what are they attempting to do?
Well, it's a bold attempt, in my opinion, to occupy the opposition in a way they're not expecting.
That's a foul. Simple decision for the referee. Turns and goes back. Up he gets! Oh, just needed a better contact.
I have to commend the wing play, but I have to condemn the defending. They've got to stop the cross.
With a delicate ball. Still, rather frustratingly, it is 0-0. Looking to... has a hit! Oh, the ball's come loose! Hoists it forward, and the counter is on. Kluivert plays it out to the flank. Gorgeous control there. And the shot! It's in! And right on half-time, that is telling. A one. And the first 45 minutes are up. There we are, off they go for half-time. The breakthrough did indeed come in the first half, but there has only been that one goal. It was very, very tight.
Well, this team has found a real rhythm to their game. The players seem to have clicked well. There's good movement off the ball. The passes are sticking. No one's afraid to have a go.
Barcelona going to have the lead in a tight old game. Half-time, 1-0. And we're already back underway here.
Barcelona really need to go and grab another goal now, Peter, if they're going to go on and secure this.
Dinks one in. Breaks on here. Kluivert. Kluivert! Oh, what a wonderful stop!
The keeper really dug out his defence then. A magnificent effort.
And it's played forward. Looking cross-field, changing the point of attack. Gets it back. Tried to play it through.
Look, he's offering an apology to his teammate, who's clearly miffed at not being picked out despite making what looked like the right run.
Kluivert. Your impression so far, Jim?
I think the manager's pondering his options as to whether to stick or twist Peter in view of the time remaining. He might have a tough call to make now.
Can't get the better of his opposite number. Reisiger. Forward it goes. Good challenge, he just stood firm. Looks a foul. Yep, referee's given it. So here comes the substitution.
Keep calm and carry on. That's the job in a nutshell now.
Barcelona got their goal at the end of the first half, and the score, real chance! And the lead stays intact, just.
Well, the lead may be fragile, but the keeper was focused and strong.
A reprieve, albeit perhaps momentary. It is just a question of running down the clock now.
Look, with time running out, they have to get the ball in the penalty box, and if it means a long punt, then so be it. They've got to give themselves a chance.
Added time is up, and there goes the whistle. Barcelona hold their first leg lead. They have maximised home advantage, and at the midway point of the tie, they are really well placed. So, Jim, how do you reflect on what we've seen?
Well, Peter, I'm sure a more comfortable margin would have been preferable, but you can't expect to get your way all the time. I think it was a win earned through game management, and there's absolutely nothing...
So we're down to the last 8. The competition, you sense, rapidly heading towards its big climax. A dash for the finishing line, the showpiece final. Welcome to our live coverage on quarter-final day. It is good to have you with us, and you can see that the atmosphere is building very nicely. Super noise, grand level of expectation, and that is only rising as we head towards kick-off time. Certainly this is a very, very impressive venue, quite a sight to behold. So this is where we're up to in the quarterfinals. Already plenty enough to get the juices flowing.
All the 8 sides still left here are perfectly entitled to think they have a good shot at this, Peter. It is quite an atmosphere here, and that's clearly raised the bar in terms of expectations from the crowd. They genuinely think, or certainly the feel is, that they'll get to see the game of the tournament.
We're on the way. Goes long. The ball needed to be better there. It's a wasted chance. Gets it and shoots! That has certainly tested the keeper.
Oh, that's a sparkling save. Absolutely sparkling. His reflexes were ultra sharp.
Massive leap! Oh, nearly, but nearly is nothing.
Good effort, very good effort. He would have at least wanted to make the keeper work, though. That's just very well played. He can't hurt you with his back to goal, and he didn't go for the back heel.
And the shot! And he heaves it forward. Has a pop! It's anyone's ball. Ball's loose, and they've been caught out here. Hits one! Oh, that is very close.
Yeah, the shot was enabled, Peter, due to such smart control and technique.
Forward it goes. Oh, good challenge, stood up well against his man. Tries to get it forward quickly. Well weighted. Silva. He's got through. Hits one! Shade too heavy. People could pick that up. Calminho gets it back, breaks on here. And the finish! Oh, the ball's come loose. Oh, no shortage of confidence there.
He was set on rounding it off in fitting style, but he couldn't make it fit.
Goes for goal! Oh, the keeper's done ever so well. Well, that'll be the final action of the first half. Well, both sides have drawn blanks. They have toiled at times, but it's not been a bad game by any means. The midway point of the game.
What an end to the half, Peter. A lot of the best action of the half coming at the very end, and I get the feeling the second half may well start in similar fashion, as we'd love to see this momentum maintained, so I'm looking forward to what's to come.
So they head in no further forward. The score here still 0-0. And we are already promptly back underway.
Alava clearly have been the better side for me. Yeah, I know the score doesn't quite reflect it, but if they go about their game in the same manner as the opening 45 minutes, things really should improve.
Well, the crowd clearly like what they just saw. Some real no-nonsense defending. Right through the middle. Chance! He goes for goal! We can get that clear. So now we're going to get those changes we have been expecting. Alava claiming a corner, and the referee concurs. And that's been levered clear. A reprieve, albeit perhaps momentary.
Concentration levels are very good, and so is the commitment. This game could yet yield a winner.
Hoists it high, cuts it out. Dashing forward at pace. Real chance! Oh, it's in! Save the best for last! That was a given. It always was.
Yeah, and teamwork was key to that. A beautiful piece of engineering to set him free in the box.
Alava take the lead. Now it's just a question of holding on.
Well, the last moments now, Peter, are going to be very frantic. There's still time for a twist or two yet.
Shapes to shoot! It's off target and by quite a way. Four added minutes on the board. Just a few more moments for them to hang on. Going through. Goalkeeper's ball. Added time is up, and there goes the whistle. Alava hold their first leg lead. They have maximised home advantage, and at the midway point of the tie, they are really well placed. Thrilling, nail-biting, perhaps frustrating until the very end, but we do have a winner.
Well, this looked like it had a draw written all over it, Peter, so credit where it's due. They found a way to win it, and they can take great satisfaction from never losing that focus.
Mallorca are in need of a minor miracle here. Having been soundly beaten in the first leg, they really are hanging on by a thread. The story couldn't be any more different for their opponents, who are brimming with confidence, full of certainty, and looking to press home their substantial advantage to secure a semi-final place, which many argue is already all but theirs. This one of the great amphitheatres of the game. You are welcome to it, and indeed to one of the grandest fixtures. So can there be sufficient reaction, a backlash against what we saw in the first leg?
Well, it's happened before, Peter, and there's nothing to say that it can't happen here. But based on the evidence of what I saw in the first leg, I have to be honest and say it's at least mission improbable. There's only one real way to do this, and an early goal would obviously be key, something the opposition know only too well. The early minutes may well be crucial in setting the tone.
So that's got things underway. Mallorca lost in the first leg away from home. And that's a result that's left them down and all but out in the race for the semi-finals. More than happy to take the muscular approach. Gets the better of his man. He's had... and the finish! Dispatched clinically. Lovely goal. Perfect poise to set himself for the strike. Mallorca take the lead, landing the first significant blow in what is certainly a significant contest. Gets it back. Now the counter. Ball through needs to be... shapes to shoot! And he's found the net! Well, from right in front of goal, there was no way he was going to miss.
It's rarely a problem when that much time is afforded in the penalty box. Nobody sensed where the danger was lurking, and the finish was made a lot easier.
So the lead now is 2.
That has the feeling of a breath of fresh air, Peter, and now they can fill their lungs and just blow them away.
Up for the header! Tries to get it forward quickly. Ruben Castro battles to win it back. Well, this is a fascinating tie. Tight, exciting, energetic. Hoists it forward. Pass needed to be better than that, and he knows it. Tries to stroke it through. Here's a corner. Knocks it away. Forward it goes. Yeah, he's pulled him up for that challenge. And that's going to be a booking. Gets it upfield. Just brushed off the ball there. Thinks he's got rid of that. And it's half-time here. Well, it has been an even contest, as the scoreline suggests, and it has been more than decent to watch.
Well, Peter, it's 45 minutes to conjure something up now. They've been better than the first leg, but the pressure is really on, and they have to answer to it.
It's been a decent 45 minutes. Competitive, certainly, and a goal each. And so we're off again.
Mallorca can feel really happy with themselves. The scoreline doesn't back it up, but they've played with urgency and purpose and can't afford to lose patience in this second half. They've got to persevere.
Here it goes for goal! What an adventurous run from a defender. Timely intervention. Good challenge, he just stood firm. It's a very good battle there, terrific to watch. He's got away, he's gone for it! There's a goal! Oh, beautifully dispatched. There was no reaching that.
Well, you know, sometimes it pays off not to think too much about things, just put your foot through it, and that was a good example. Great contact, and the keeper had very little chance.
We have got ourselves a game here.
Well, it was important they didn't get ahead of themselves and lose their discipline. This game plan could now well reward them with an equaliser.
It's a loose ball. Loses his balance and loses the ball. Chance! Oh, no shortage of confidence there.
Well, the run was really impressive. The finish was depressive, and expectations were not met.
Breaks on here. That's a promising ball. He's had a shot! Mallorca are looking desperate here, short on time and options.
At least they're going about it as they should, having brought this on themselves.
Little doubt, that is a foul. You knew what was coming, that's a yellow card. Has a goal! That's great strength on the ball. Goes for goal! Oh, denied brilliantly!
The keeper really dug out his defence then. A magnificent effort.
Mallorca are out. Mallorca claim a hollow victory. Winners here in the second leg, but not by enough to turn the tie round, and they go out. Well, after what we saw in the first game, Jim, what are your observations now?
Well, Peter, it was always going to be an uphill struggle, and while they've restored some pride, they lost it in the first leg.
Madrid are in need of a minor miracle here. Having been soundly beaten in the first leg, they really are hanging on by a thread. The story couldn't be any more different for their opponents, who are brimming with confidence, full of certainty, and looking to press home their substantial advantage to secure a semi-final place, which many argue is already all but theirs. This place simply a monument to the game. So much prestige, so much pride, so much passion whenever football is played here. So can there be sufficient reaction, a backlash against what we saw in the first leg?
Well, it's happened before, Peter, and there's nothing to say that it can't happen here. But based on the evidence of what I saw in the first leg, I have to be honest and say it's at least mission improbable. There's only one real way to do this, and an early goal would obviously be key, something the opposition know only too well. The early minutes may well be crucial in setting the tone.
So off we go then. Madrid lost in the first leg away from home. And that's a defeat that leaves them on the brink of an exit. Only a win will do, and a hefty one at that. Oh, that's clearly not what he wanted to do. He could be in here. Going for goal! Morientes. Good running with the ball. Can they build on it? Look at the defender bombing forward. Has a hit! Dispatched clinically! Pretty simple finish in the end. What do you think, Jim?
And that's what the game is all about. Find space and finish, but we have to credit the passer to pick him out.
Madrid have made their breakthrough, so can they build on it? Tries to get it forward quickly. Going through with a delicate ball. Shot at goal! That has certainly tested the keeper.
Well, you can't ask for much more than that. A difficult moment he simply had to deal with.
Good save, he got a decent fist on that. Questions were asked, but he's given the answers. He's making good use of his strength there, just refuses to be out-muscled. Plays it out to the wing. That is terrific skill. Goes for the header! It's in! And they're at it again in double quick time. A great delivery and a finish to match.
Well, as contact goes, that was tremendous, and it helped him to direct it exactly where he wanted into that net. I think when it comes to the aerial department, this fella is definitely no slouch.
We have got ourselves a game here.
Well, it was important they didn't get ahead of themselves and lose their discipline. This game plan could now well reward them with an equaliser.
Battles to win it back. Goes long. Neatly flicked on. Has a goal! He's pulled off a fine save.
Oh, that's a sparkling save. Absolutely sparkling. His reflexes were ultra sharp. Look, there are some very good headers of a ball in this team now, and they'll be demanding the right delivery to give them a chance to go at this.
He's gone for it! They are rampant! They are firmly back in business! He was so alert to the possibilities there, great stuff.
Oh, players like this fella almost have a sixth sense to get themselves in such great poaching positions. How quick-minded was that?
And that has added a whole new complexion to the game.
Well, unsurprisingly, Peter, the opposition look completely stunned. I'm not sure they can gather themselves.
Into the box. Hoists it forward. Gets into a dangerous position. That's not going to make it. That is going to be the final action of the first half. As easy as 1, 2, 3. It really has been that straightforward halfway through the match, but very little to suggest that much will change over the second half.
Well, Peter, now we're seeing some fighting spirit. They looked lacklustre a while ago, but how quickly things can change.
Madrid, 3 goals to the good after a really excellent first half that's been intriguing to watch. Plenty of highlights to show you during the break. That gets things going for the second half. And it's played forward. And the weighted pass, and it's got through. It's a loose ball. Oh, what a ball! Goes for goal! Oh, top draw save from the keeper.
Oh, I'm not sure what he had in mind, and I don't think he knew either.
Played it short. And a shot! VIGO. Through ball is intercepted. Well, it really is one cross after another.
Well, with a target to hit, why not keep up the supply? It's simple and efficient because they all know what they're doing.
Over to the left. Just brushed off the ball there.
Concentration levels are very good, and so is the commitment. This game could yet yield a winner.
Oh, real danger here. Ball's loose, who's getting there? Oh, that's nice. Gets it, and now what? It's broken loose. Out to the left it goes. Yeah, he's fouled him there.
Well, it was deliberate, it was cynical, and you have to understand the frustration of being denied a clear opportunity, but it had to be done.
The referee has resisted the temptation to go to his pocket. It's just a stern lecture. Madrid seeking to maximise the moment.
Well, the goalkeeper needs to have everything to his liking, and he's barking out the orders now.
Oh, good stop, it had to be. He's kept it out just. Tries to get it clear. He's gone for it! The defence at all! And he should have made it 4. rich defending, but that'll do. The 90 minutes are up, 30 more to come.
Yeah, no daylight between these two sides, but I have to say, neither side really did enough to find the winner. They just cancelled each other out.
So a brief breather, and then extra time. No winner in 90, 30 more to come. He goes long. Promising move that, good inroads into enemy territory, but no joy. He's come through and he's had a quick look inside. Puts it into the middle. That intervention was very necessary. Has he found his man? Pinged one through here. What a ball this has turned out to be. He's been bundled over, that is a foul. Well, that looks like a final warning, still no card.
Yeah, well, they were exposed and vulnerable, and he knew he had to do something to prevent a goal then.
Madrid with a chance here to increase their lead. This certainly looks appetising, well within shooting range. VIGO! It's hit the crossbar! Hit with his head, but couldn't steer it in.
That was good defensive pressure to give him less manoeuvring room.
Extra time reaches half-time.
Well, it may well be a case of who's got most to give now. Fitness levels look good, and it's not any less competitive.
We're off for the final time. This really has been thrilling. Both sides going at it, and now for the final act. Well, that's a foul. Free kick's been given. Tries to stroke it through. A heavy challenge. He's looked long this time. He's got away. That's a brilliant interception. Up for the header. He can pounce on that. Oh, that's incredible! And that has raised the roof. He was really quick to react to the initial save, and he has his reward.
I doubt he'll score too many, which come easier than that, Peter, but just look at his movement. He knew instinctively that the keeper would struggle to hold on to it.
He's made it 3. Quite a day at the office for him.
This is...
And that will be the final act. So now do you believe? You have to. Just 2 more steps to glory. So a dramatic game decided in its very last moments.
Well, this looked like it had a draw written all over it, Peter, so credit where it's due. They found a way to win it, and they can take great satisfaction from never losing that focus.
San Sebastian are back, having licked their wounds, having been stung on the road in the first leg. They've come back home to face the same opponents, albeit with the substantial advantage of partisan support on their own patch. The margin of defeat was relatively small, and that gives rise to the feeling that this tie is still open to them. A thought that has rubbed off on the optimistic and voluble supporters from whom we hear in every corner of the ground. Well, this really is a great venue. It adds so much character to every game it stages. Beaten away from home, so they have to chase it now at home.
Look, ultimately, Peter, the margin is minimal, and I don't think coming home a goal down is by any means a serious cause for pessimism. And the supporters I chatted to before I got in didn't seem overly upset with the way things are. 90 minutes of pressure and persistence with a dose of precision, hopefully, and this could all become highly doable.
And that gets things running. San Sebastian goes for goal! Xavi. Kluivert. Luis Enrique. Cocu. Xavi. Kluivert. Luis Enrique. Can't get the better of his opposite number. Yeah, he's fouled him there. Xavi! Oh, brilliant goal! A finish right from the top draw. Oh, that is a bit special. Barcelona take the lead, landing the first significant blow in what is certainly a significant contest. Oh, shooting chance! Oh, shame, that was nicely worked.
Almost the perfect move. Almost. The finish just wasn't quite at the same level.
Forward it goes. Sergi. Hit long and direct. Good challenge, excellent challenge. Plays it out to the wing. And the finish! Oh, just wide.
Oh, how close was that to going in? It only required the smallest of tweaks.
Cocu hoists it forward. Good challenge, he just stood firm. Goes long. Tried to play it through.
The movement was good, but the pass lacked authority, a cause of mild frustration.
He's made sure that that won't get through.
Tịch bóng nào.
Reisiger goes direct to the front line. And that's the end of that. It all started well enough. And there's a long ball. And the defence can get it clear. Oh, good ball. He's off, has a hit! It's anyone's ball. Danger averted for now. focus on it. And there's the end of the first half. So there you have it, a close-fought half of football, but one that still had its moments, but ultimately produced just one goal. A more than decent game up to now.
It's a dressing room that needs rousing at half-time, because in truth they've not really been at it so far. If the pep talk works, we may see a very different side second half. We need to.
That's the start of another 45 minutes.
I think they've got to go out at the start of this second half now and set a tone that smacks of intent and determination. Should they manage it, I think they can find a way back.
And it's got through.
Shot at goal! It's a goal!
They have grabbed themselves an equaliser.
The keeper deserves some sympathy there. He may not have seen that until too late.
We have got ourselves a game here.
Well, I think they probably needed an early goal in this half just to give them the confidence and belief to push on and look for an equaliser.
No complaints about that challenge. Robust but fair. Shapes to shoot!
San Sebastian showing a little more urgency now, and to be honest, Peter, this is what's required.
Oh, that is asking for trouble. Luis Enrique, and it's played forward. He gets past his man, and the shot! And he's found the net! And they've got their lead back. Now some movement on the bench, and we are going to see a change. Barcelona take a 2-goal lead and are looking good for the win.
Well, everything is going to plan, Peter. A day for a regular managerial heartbeat, at least for one.
Luis Enrique battles to win it back. Cocu, Sergi, Cocu, he's gone for it! And that would have been game, set and match.
Well, he's definitely kept the side in the game then. That's really good positioning. They could have doubled their lead there.
Barcelona can make their change now with a break in play.
Yeah, he's run himself into the ground, hasn't he? And it's good to see that the crowd appreciate his efforts, because he has put in a real honest shift.
That's surely a foul. Free kick. And no, that is pretty much the end of that. It's a good foot in there. Breaks on here. Well, it is over the line. And he's there to cut it out. Kluivert. San Sebastian are out. Beaten in the first leg, beaten again in the second. There is little room for argument. They were second best. How would you sum up what we've witnessed, Jim?
Listen, losing is never a nice experience, especially in knockout football, and it's all about learning from your mistakes and growing as a team, so this can act as a good learning curve for them. In defeat, there are still positives to take from this.
So hello to everyone, thank you so much for joining us for part 2 of our coverage of this tie between two teams aspiring to make the semi-finals. As is so often the case with games at this level, things are right on the edge. The smallest of margins will be telling. The hosts have to win, having failed in their plan at least to contain their opponents during the first meeting. They will though have the backing of the crowd here at the very least. A fiery encounter is in store. Certainly this is a very, very impressive venue, quite a sight to behold. Beaten away from home, so they have to chase it now at home.
Well, the fact that there's only one goal in it, Peter, makes the semi-final very achievable. This is a time for calculated risk-taking. Perhaps a big effort to score an early goal, ease the pressure a little and create a patience to rely on thereafter. I think it'll be intriguing to see how they'll set about managing this.
Well, we're underway. La Coruña lost in the first leg away from home. And that means they have no option but to win. Got him rattled. Pablo Hernandez. And it's played forward. And they're not going to make any further progress now. Calmiño. It's got through and turns and goes back. Chance! And now they can launch a counter. If you have just joined us, well, you've missed no goals. Cuts it out. Hoists it forward. Silva. Shoots! He's done very well to get to that.
Oh, that's a sparkling save. Absolutely sparkling. His reflexes were ultra-sharp.
Last-ditch defending, but that'll do. Forward it goes. He's got away. Out to the left it goes. Lovely feet. Pumps it into the area. cut out in the nick of time. He's not played the ball, that's a foul. Ball's loose, who's getting there? Dashing forward at pace. Into the final 5 minutes of the first half. It'll be a throw-in. And the half-time whistle goes. So now the team has broken through, but certainly not for the want of trying. It's been an interesting game up to now, but still goalless.
Well, having lost the first leg, Peter, an early goal settler was first on the menu, but there's still time to serve up.
After 45 minutes, it is still goalless. A change perhaps after half-time. Well, the action has already resumed here.
La Coruña clearly have been the better side for me. Yeah, I know the score doesn't quite reflect it, but if they go about their game in the same manner as the opening 45 minutes, things...
And the shot! Oh, fine stop from the keeper.
Well, that was high-class goalkeeping there to back up his high-class wage.
Head, but couldn't steer it in.
The defence did very well to be able to close him down in numbers like that. They basically suffocated his hopes.
Tries to get it forward quickly. Silva. Well, into the second half, and it's still goalless. Defence got the better of him this time, but I'm sure he'll go again. Going through. That's great strength on the ball. It's a very good battle there, terrific to watch. Hoists it forward. Good take, and he's had a look. It has gone through. Has a hit! Dispatched clinically. They are firmly back in business. Was there ever any doubt?
Yeah, and he knew all along what he wanted to do, and it's a really great instinctive finish.
There is some activity down on the touchline. It seems there's going to be a change. Big occasion, big goal, crucial lead. Well, that's where he wants it. That's the sort of defending that is going to upset the opposition. It already has, actually.
Yeah, and they've made him a clear target of their focus to keep him as quiet as they possibly can. Concentration levels are very good, and so is the commitment. This game could yet yield a winner.
He's through the middle.
Look, this can still go either way. It might be flowing one way, but there's still time for some ebb.
Great strength, too strong for his opponent. Gets it back. He's through. Big chance! Decent enough try.
Good effort, very good effort. He would have at least wanted to make the keeper work, though.
Now some movement on the bench, and we are going to see a change.
Well, he's worked so hard for his side. as you would expect, but you couldn't help notice that he was starting to labour a bit, so it's no surprise.
That's been drilled forward. Questions were asked, but he's given the answers. That's it, we're going to get 30 minutes more.
Yeah, no daylight between these two sides, but I have to say, neither side really did enough to find a winner. They just cancelled each other out.
So a short respite for the players as they prepare themselves for another 30 minutes. Don't test this for the endurance, for the character of the players as we head into extra time. Looks to thread it through. Gets the chance to cross. And it's played forward. I think that's offside. Yes, it is. Battles to win it back. Both sides a bit too casual in possession. He's got through. Has a hit! Extra time reaches half-time.
Well, it may well be a case of who's got most to give now. Fitness levels look good, and it's not any less competitive.
And we're off for the final time. They have played themselves to a near standstill. What is left in the tank now? Good challenge, he just stood firm. Just brushed off the ball there. Pablo Hernandez. A real chance to break.
Oh, super tackle. They were outnumbered and under the cosh. That had to be spot on, and it was.
Looks to clip it forward.
You wonder if that's it now, but there may be one more opportunity, Peter, for a late steal here.
Oh, real danger here. He's got the... and the finish! Oh, he's got that all wrong, and it's a penalty. La Coruña may have thrown this away at the death. It's a straight red. He has been given his marching orders. La Coruña are down to 10 men.
Yeah, well, they were exposed and vulnerable, and he knew he had to do something to prevent a goal then.
And he's kept it out. He has missed it.
Oh, Peter, I'm not a great reader of body language, but I didn't like the way he walked up to that.
Defending of the desperate variety. Still inseparable. We have penalties.
Look, I've been in this position myself, and after a grueling game, you don't want to back down if the manager asks you to take a penalty for fear of appearing weak. You can't let fatigue cloud your judgment.
Pressure and nerve. After 2 inconclusive hours, it is penalties. Right on the edge. Feel the moment. So, the first penalty. Oh, what a save!
He was so focused there. Fantastic save.
And the keeper's come up trumps.
That's great concentration from the keeper and a wonderful save.
So, the second man in line.
Well, it's never easy to step up and take a penalty, but he slotted that home with authority.
So, the second man in line.
He just did what he was asked.
The third man in the queue. Belted right down the middle.
I thought he did really well to hold his nerve then and score that penalty.
It's in, too smart for the keeper.
Yeah, it's a guessing game for the keeper, and he gets wrong.
He steps up to take the fourth penalty. Keeper's gone the wrong way.
How confident was that? Backed himself all the way.
He steps up to take the fourth penalty. Saved! Keeper's done brilliantly.
Well, the keeper's done brilliantly to keep his eye on the ball and make such a great save.
So the ball is placed on the spot. So can he do it? That's won it! And on to the semi-final. Another hurdle cleared. Next up, the penultimate step.
Well, it's been such a long match, and the penalty shootout is always a difficult way to end the game, but I thought they did really well to hold their nerve and come through.